It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams under the lights on Thursday night.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from LA. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. And it's their fifth-year quarterback leading the charge.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate. That defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. That QB speed is a difference maker.
This is ahead for about 5. A reverse on the tackle. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's third and less than a yard.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Give on third to Mostert. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll go again with Mostert. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
And we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
It's Mostert on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's throwing deep to the left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And the Rams take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return.
I know he started to play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
So here come the Rams on offense, readying for their opening drive. And they're brought out by the 16-year pro, rebounded from an injury last season, Matthew Stafford.
Long before this guy named Mahomes in Kansas City was throwing no-look passes and crazy off-platform throws, there was a guy doing it in Detroit. His name was Matthew Stafford. Nobody really noticed, though, because the Lions, they just didn't win enough to be relevant. Well, fast forward to putting Matthew Stafford in L.A., and we know the rest of the story. A Super Bowl champ, and after being banged up a year ago, came back and elevated those Rams to yet again another playoff opportunity. When I think of the guys that I just simply love to watch throw it, there's not very many on this planet that do it better than Matthew Stafford.
Stafford to throw again on second. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty clear here by these two play calls. The offense, they wanted to attack this secondary in the passing game. But this defense, well, they more than respond. It's got them in great shape to make a stand right here on third down and finish off a brisk 3-and-out to begin the game.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Here's Stafford. Throw complete to Williams. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Rams going to punt on fourth down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And as they take the field, Bronk, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. It's a pickup of 11, and it'll be first down, Miami.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They motion Waddle over left. Running on first with Mostert. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Mostert gets it again here on second. He breaks a tackle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Huntley looking to throw. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Counter give to Mostert. And this one does not go far. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He fires one deep down the middle. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Man in motion, out of the slot. Stafford now on 1st down. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. How about this? It's a 2-0 ball game. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Huntley now to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Well, we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock, but how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one right down the middle. And these guys jump in front now by 5. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Set to return, this is Braxton Berrios. This return makes it up to the 25. The Miami offense headed out there now. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. First play of the drive. Here's Mostert. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. That's complete right side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st down, ball at the 36. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Gets himself free. Connection made to Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Staying between the tackles with Mostert. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Jake Bailey on the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Hits his running back. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Straight ahead with Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry, now they've got 3rd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Stafford now on 3rd down. It's taken in by Williams. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, here's Stafford. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Back to the air we go on second. Stafford. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing is Stafford on third. Throwing the out route complete. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10 from the 41. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now Stafford again. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open and beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They fake the handoff, now Stafford. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, oh, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Throw on third down. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Incredible kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins back out on offense as we see Raheem Mostert again. Drive starts out with a first and 10. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Search. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. They motion the tight end over. Shotgun handoff for Mostert. And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. Back deep is Williams. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Rams will take possession. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. He's got a man left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it brings up an LA first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. That is the halfway point here on Thursday night. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Ewer.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Sanders all set to send it away. Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To throw, Stafford. And a man is there to knock that away. He was looking for Cooper Kupp. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Stafford to throw again on 2nd. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
The Rams are set to punt. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Dolphins football. First and 10 now from the 30. They motion the slot man right. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's brought down for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up the play. Then how many times do we see his highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
They send the tight end in motion. A give to Mostert out of the gun. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Going right back to Mostert. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action on first down. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge? There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Motioning left is their running back. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know they've got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. from the 24. That's taken in by Cup. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now off play action. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
2nd and 10 now. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
They send a man in motion. 2nd and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Stafford. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the fourth. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. From the 32. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They are throwing it again. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing off the play fake here. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
The ability to track the ball. Right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They've got a man in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll get it down for a solid gain to about the 37. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 37, completes, it's Atwell. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
2nd and 3 now. Stafford now. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. thought he had a touchdown there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Stafford now on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. A run with Williams. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Rams make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Cardi now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys push their lead to 18. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Barrios now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
True story, Kate. After practice one time, the head coach in the NFL said, "I'm done with my fault. I'm done with my bad. No more of that tapping on your chest." That was an example of the quarterback delivering a perfect pass, and the receiver, do your job.
3rd and long for him here. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on 4th. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's It's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. On the handoff, this is Williams. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Another run for Williams. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's 2nd down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And save for a few moments in that opening quarter, Brock. They pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Rams are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.